Hi there, it's Dwillis, Kiwi Scrapper from New Zealand, and I'm back again to share with you. It's a chipboard album, and it's the first, well, it's actually not an album, but it's actually made from a chipboard album that I bought probably last year sometime. I bought several of them together because they were like on sale for $4.99 each, I think. And I haven't used any of them, and I decided that I wanted to do something I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and that's a Book of Cherubs. I absolutely adore cherubs. I have so many around my house, all different colours and shapes and sizes, and I wanted this to be a book of Renaissance cherubs. Now, Renaissance cherubs aren't like the sweet, darling, romanticised Victorian cherubs that the Victorian era produced, you know, all lovely and beautiful and garlands draped all around them. This is a book of Renaissance cherubs, and the Renaissance cherubs were taken from pictures, paintings and portraits and religious paintings that were done by master painters in the Renaissance period, around about the 14th, 15th century. So instead of being a lovely, romantic Book of Cherubs, this is a much darker Book of Cherubs. So anyway, at least that's what I was trying to portray. So here's my Book of Cherubs. It's very thick. As you can see, it's got lots and lots of laces and trims all dangling down from it. There's some glass beads on that one. So anyway, there's the front page. I took out the two silver ring binders, and I've replaced, because they wouldn't have fitted anyway and I didn't want them, and I've replaced it with this beautiful gauzy ribbon that I've put right through, and then I've done it up in lots and lots of bows, so it was very stands out very much. And this is the front cover, and I started off by covering it with this rich burgundy fabric, which is actually taken from a sample of fabrics I found in a thrift shop probably 2 or 3 years ago now, and I've used it at Christmas, and it's got lovely pattern all over it, but you can't really see that now. And in each corner, well, 3 corners, this, that and this one, I put these corner pieces, these metal corner pieces, and they were brass. I painted them black with black gesso, and then I just dabbed on gold metallic acrylic paint with my fingertip, just to give them an old tarnished look. And I've put glass. These aren't cabochons. These are the ones, that they used to put in vases. So I've got a whole pile of them. So I put the 3 clear glass ones here. I put Chinese braid around here, and these flat back pearls that are sort of a champagne colour. Then I darkened them up just with black gesso, smeared on them with my fingertip, just to sort of give them a darker look and a more antiquated look. I used this brown doily, which was a lovely oval shape, and it's got various shades of brown. And then I just, this piece here was a white plaster piece that I bought off Trade Me, which is the equivalent of eBay, probably about a year ago, and I never did anything with it. So I painted it black, all over black gesso, about 3 layers, so that you couldn't see any hint of white. And then again, I just put my finger in the gold metallic paint and daubed all over it to give it an antiquated look. And then I surrounded it with Wild Orchid Craft roses, and they're different roses. As you can see, these are brown, various shades of brown. The ivory ones I then brushed up with brown and black to give them an antiquated look as well. And then over in the corner here, I did a tea-stained a bit of paper, and I made it up like a scroll saying Book of Cherubs, and put a brown kansashi flower. We've got a lovely brass butterfly here with the middle pieces that I put in, iridescent pieces, and I coloured it over with black gesso, and the same with this brass angel wing, or cherub wing rather. I coloured that up with black gesso. Okay, so this is quite, as I say, this is quite a big book. It might have to be in 2 parts because my camera only does 16 minutes. So this is the page we're going to be concentrating on. There it is. And this is a lovely image that I printed off the computer, the internet, and then I went over it with a couple of layers of Mod Podge, which gives it this sort of brush strokes and a much more aged look. And I've got just various, I've used black and just picked up a little bit on the blue on the sash, which is in the blue button here, which you can just see the top of, and a blue bit of lace here, which I then covered over with black lace, so you just get a hint of it. Up here we've got lovely peach tone frilled laces, a shorter one and a longer one, to pick up that lovely peach tone in the background there. A lovely peach and black, or yeah, deep peach and black paper that I used on the side. And this is a lovely piece here. It's black with diamantes. I've got a row of copper sequins right up the top there. Black pom-poms. I've framed the picture in black chiffon roses. We've got black pom-poms down here, and we've got this old trim which is a lovely peach colour. It's silk gathered frill. I got off of a very old piece that I had, and it was deteriorating. Got a black lace bow here in the corner on that blue button, and we've got some more of the copper, deep copper sequins, and then we've got this black fringe. So that's that page there. Go over to this page here, and these cherubs they're up in the celestial heavens, and they're playing, throwing a garland which has got Latin written on it. So I don't know, I did Latin at school, but I don't know what that says. This has got a background of varying shades of dark brown right down to sort of a lighter brown. Again, I Mod Podged over the picture several times to give it that old look. I put a gold trim around it, and then this is flower trim here, which I put tiny little beads that I've sort of coloured up with black here and there, just to give it, and the lace, just to give it an antiquated look. We've got a Hessian or burlap flower here, and that came in a swap with Evelyn. That's Evelyn 0861 in America. And again, I dirtied it up with black gesso and bits, and also brown paint that I mixed up myself. Little pearl centre. We've got a lovely blue gem here with a gold trim, a bit of lace here that I put in. Put a bit of lace right down here, or trim, that I've again blackened up. And same with the pearls around here. Lovely glass beaded trim here. This is it. I'll just zoom in on that if I can. Here it is, this bead that comes off that Chinese braid, this glass beaded trim. Oops, my battery's flashing that it needs replenishing, charging up. Got a nice flower here that I dirtied up with black gesso, and we've got this piece here, which is a metal piece that I did with black gesso and a lovely, and then touched up with gold. I touched all these up with gold as well, metallic paint. Lovely gemstone here, and this is a metal piece from the shop Embellishing. It was silver. I painted it all over with black gesso a couple of times, then again I've touched it up with gold metallic paint, and I've folded it over so it goes on the next page. Okay, I am going to go into part 2, that's obvious. It's annoying that this camera only does 16 minutes. Okay, so that's the picture you can see there, the angel cherubs, Renaissance cherubs frolicking there. You've got a violin. They're all sitting on nice rich Baroque cushions. We've got a dusky pink trim around here, and a lovely minty coloured flat back pearl. This paper is just gorgeous. It's out of my collection. I can't remember what it comes from. It's beautiful. It's on a sort of a dark brown background with this lovely minty green. This is the piece, the middle piece folded over. We've got lace piece up here with iridescent flat back pearls. Pink paper flower here that I've dirtied up with black gesso, and the same for the metal piece with touches of gold and a flat back pearl in the middle. And down here a lovely pleated trim of beautiful green with velvet top, and then this lovely trim here which I got from Irene, and that's Seriously Scrapping on YouTube, probably from her shop, but it's a while ago now. Absolutely beautiful. I haven't used it much, but it was just perfect for this. So that's that one there. Okay. This is another page, obviously. I'll just zoom in there for the image. There's a very beautiful Baroque scene, Renaissance cherub scene, with all the cherubs gathered around. I put this pearl trim here, and we've got a crochet lace underneath it. Beautiful paper which is gold and silver almost. Trim here, pearl trim here, flat back pearls here in different colours. There's a embroidered trim, Chinese, oops, I'm sorry, I'm totally out of frame. This lovely trim here under the flat back pearls, and this is a Chinese braid with tassels. And here you can see all the lovely tassels that hang down. Well, they are around there, but they don't want to come up. Yeah, they're there. There's a lace piece over that as well, which goes under that piece. And that's that. Up here, oh, there's a beautiful metal piece here, which is sitting on a cream paper flower. And I've gessoed it and then put the gold metallic paint over it. This beautiful amber gemstone in here, Wild Orchid Craft Rose, and I've put this brown trim along here, which is a vine, and sort of put some black paint over it. Up here we've got beautiful resin, clear resin butterfly, which I just went over with black gesso and then went over with some gold paint as well. Lovely little tiny cream coloured doilies out of bigger doilies, and little pearl and gold trim here. And here we've got beads, string beads, pearls and lace, and then we've got a antique trim here of very old sequins which are in gold and silver. So that, oh, there's a gold braid down here as well. So that, oops, that completes that page. Okay, I'm going to the next page. This is the pink page, or two pink pages here. And this actual, these cherubs, this is done on a sort of a, it's a strange lilac-y pink wash over it. And I've again gessoed it to give it the age look. There's a lovely braid down all around it, which you can just see glimpses of now, which matches the colour of the pinky colour in here, and that's a very old braid I've had for a long time. I've got lovely delicate ivory over here, which is all the way around. And we've got, this was a brass butterfly, which again I gessoed with black and then touched up with the gold, and the same with the flat back pearl, which is ivory. Got this beautiful trim all around it, which is a sort of a silvery grey organza. Absolutely gorgeous. Sort of like a pleated trim. It's not pleated, it's sort of gathered, I guess. Metal rose flower here, gessoed with black and touched up with gold, and a beautiful resin ivory rose that again I've just touched up with black and gold. And over here in the corner we've got a trim here which I stained with beetroot juice a long time ago. That goes all the way down the side. The paper is a grey, which is why I use this grey trim here. There's a pale grey mottled colour. We've got a pink paper rose here, flower here with the flat back pearl in the middle, one of these clear resin butterflies that I've touched up with gold and black gesso again. And down here we've got, this is from Lily Lineker's shop Shabbalicious. It came in my guest design team package. It's a cream resin flower, and I've touched it up with black there to give it that more darker look. Underneath here I've got some rose trim, lace trim, and here I've got a large lovely chiffony grey flower with stamens, and they've got glitter on them. The whole fabric's all got glitter on it, and I've touched it up just here and there with black gesso. Got a pink rolled rose which I've touched up just very lightly, smudged over with the dark colour black, and this paper rose here. And again we've got this frill that I've got on the other side, which is the so it forms like a double because it's on both sides with this in between. So that's that.